Welcome to continue part of ninth standard, that is natural resources. Yes. So in the last class we have discussed about the meaning and types of resources. Yes, there are two types. First one is renewable resources, second one is non-renewable resources. Yes, we have discussed about this all. And scarcity of resources. Yes, there are so many factors that affected to the scarcity of resources. For example, overpopulation is there, growing industrialization, expanding urban areas, atmospheric pollution, and next water pollution and land degradation. Yes, and also we have discussed about to how can we save, or how can we save our natural resources. Yes, and next one is in this class we are going to discuss about conservation of resources. Yes, so the rapid increase in resource use and their degradation result in serious problems to the mankind. Yes, so as we know our population is increasing, that's why we want a lot of resources, and that's why the scarcity of resources and the degradation problem is arises. So that's why we have to save our resources, and we may not get pure water to drink, clean air to breathe. Many resources are be exhausted, the biodiversity may decline, and the earth itself may become a waste dump. Yes, due to the expanding urban atmosphere pollution. Yes, that's why we are not getting the pure atmosphere. Yes, and we are facing so many health problem. And how to address this issue? Yes, and it can be done through conservation of resources. Yes, so that means we have to save our resources. Yes, so conservation of natural resources means not to waste them but use them judiciously, so that there is a balance between nature and our use of natural resources. That means we have to use the natural resources very intelligently. Okay, and that is very carefully we have to use our natural resources. Yes, and conservation has been defined as the management of the biosphere for the benefit of all life including humankind. Yes, and so that it may yield sustainable benefit to present generation while maintaining its potential to meet the needs and aspiration of the future generation. Yes, that means we have to develop a sustainable development. That is, we have to reduce the using of natural resources, because the next generation they have also used these all resources. That's why we have to reduce the uses of natural resources, that we call conservation. Okay, and the conservation of resources is the responsibility of all people. Yes, and so there is a 4R strategy that we have to follow. First one is reduce, next one is reuse, next one is recharge, next one is regenerate or research. So let's understand these all things. First one is reduce. Reduce, that is, it refers to minimizing the use of resource and their wastage, or trying to use less amount of any resource. That is, we have to reduce the using resources, and it will also reduce pollution. For example, you can reduce air pollution by reducing the use of your vehicles. Yes, if you want to go nearly, so we can go by walk. Yes, so first one is reduce, next one is reuse. So this is very simple, but it is very effective way to conserve resources. So every resource, it has not only alternative uses but can be used multiple times. For example, water. Yes, so water is used for bathing and it can be used for gardening also. So we have to reuse or recycle the water. Yes, next also waste paper, it can be converted into packaging material. Yes, so we have to reuse the things or natural resources. Okay, next one is recharge and regenerate. Yes, so it refers to taking steps to allow the resource to grow through conscious human efforts, and all rainwater harvesting efforts recharge groundwater. Yes, so in the rainy seasons we have to implement the rain, or that is water harvesting system, that is the groundwater level it will be increase. So it is very effective method. So that is every house they have to implement the water harvesting system. Next, afforestation, recharge trees stock and the biodiversity. Yes, so we have to grow the forest area, we have to plant so many trees. Yes, and the next one is research. Yes, so that means we have to find renewable alternative resource to non renewable resources. Yes, for example, solar energy is there and wind energy is there, and it is renewable alternative to the energy we use. Yes, we can use solar lamps. Yes, solar water system for the hot water. Yes, and we can use wind energy for electricity. So these are the some factors. First one is reduce, reuse, recharge and research. So with this we can conserve the resource. Fine. And there is some checklist that we can do the conserve our resource. First one is purchase less stuffs. Okay, and that is so which thing is very necessary, we have to purchase only that only thing only. Next, reduce excess packaging. For example, drinking water from the tap instead of buying it in plastic bottles. Yes, and next, recycle materials like metal cans, old cell phones and plastic bottles. Yes, and purchase products made from recycled materials. Yes, and keep air and water clean by not polluting the environment. Yes, and next, plant new trees to replace ones that we cut down. Next, drive lesser and take public transportation or the bicycle or the walk. Yes, and also conserve energy at home. For example, turning off lights when not needed. Yes, so these are the some methods which is very helpful to conserve our resource. Next one is reducing our ecological footprint. That means given the limited resources of the planet earth, how much pressure is the mankind putting on it? Yes, and is there any way to measure the overall impact of human activity on earth's environment? Yes, so the World Wildlife Fund has devised a measure that we called ecological footprint, which gives an idea about the extent of consumption of resources and waste generation by a country or by a individual in a country. Yes, and this indicator is estimate of the amount of space on the earth that an individual uses in order to survive and using existing technology. Yes, that means the human being, he is using the so many resources and what will affect on the earth, so that we called ecological footprint. Okay, and also this space including the biological productive land and water area, and that produces the resources consumed by the individual, such as food, water, energy, clothing and building materials. Yes, and also it also includes the amount of land and water required to assimilate the waste generated by the person. And in other words, ecological footprint, it measures a person's demand on the bio capacity of the earth. Yes, so this is ecological footprint. Next one is, so what can you do to reduce your ecological footprint? In the first time, the food. Yes, how can we reduce our ecological footprint in the food? So buy organic food or locally grown produce. Yes, so we have to purchase organic food items. Yes, and it is very helpful to reduce the ecological footprint. And we have a kitchen garden, that is uh, that means by doing this you can cut down pollution from shipping, fertilizers, packaging and etc. Yes, and bring your own bags to store. Yes, while we are going to market, we have to carry our bag. Yes, that's why it is very helpful to reduce the plastic pollution. Next one is buy and eat fewer processed foods. Next one is instead of drinking a juice box, we can eat a piece of fruit. Yes. Next one is eat less meat and dairy, that can get protein from other sources too. Next one is we have to eat at home instead of ordering out. Yes, so this is related to the food. Next, energy or the electricity. Yes, whenever we are not using the lights or fans, we do not we have to put off all these switches and turn the air conditioner and heater off at night. Yes, and when we get outside activities are fun and takes less energy. Yes, simply sitting in home, it can consume more energy, so that's why we have to go outside, and we have to keep our doors and windows shut when heating or cooling the house or car. Yes, if you switch on the AC, so we should close or close all windows and doors of cars or the house. Yes, next one is transportation. Yes, so we can walk and we can ride our bicycle to go for school, and we can use our public transportation. For example, so we can go by bus and carpool when where you are going is too far to walk. Yes, carpool means taking drop. Yes, next one is creating less waste. So ask no back when you buy something you can carry without one. Yes, so if you are going to market, we have to carry our bag, so it is very useful. And recycle things as much as possible. Yes, and mend things that are broken and donate old items to someone who can use them. For example, old materials, for example, old clothes are there, old things are there. Yes, and buy items that can be used over and over. Yes, and reuse water bottles. Yes, and we have to recycle them too. Next, in the water, so when we are not using water, so we have to turn off the tap. Yes, properly. For example, while we are brushing, in that time uh, we have to turn off when we are not using the water tap. Yes, and run only full loads in your dishwashers or washing machines, and put a brick in your toilet tank, and it can save thousands of liter water per year. And we have to use Indian type of squattering, that is toilet, that is very useful. Next, in the community. Yes, so we have to give awareness to ecological footprint. Yes, and we have to join group that works to make local rivers and streams healthier. Yes, and we have to get involved with the recycling programs, and we have to do an energy uh, audit of our school and see how it can save money and electricity. Yes, and that means we have to take a report how much electricity bill is coming. Yes, how much electricity we are consuming per a month. Yes, how can we reduce the electricity. Yes, we have to take a report, and we have to try calculating your school's ecological footprint and get classes to work together. Yes, so thus with simple steps we can make a big difference to conservation of resources and reducing our pressure on the environment. Yes, so that's why uh, so you have to follow these all methods. If you don't want any electricity, so we have to turn off our switches. So that will be very important to us, because our resources are very scarce. So that's why everyone, yes, so we have to save our natural resources. Okay, so thank you for watching video.